I woke up this morning and the spirit was like, you talk too much. You talk too much. And I was like, what do you mean, spirit? And they were just like, you talk too much. We give you stuff and we give you stuff. And you go out and you share with the world. And you share with individuals that the message was not given to. I was like, damn, that's deep. And I think that a lot of us do this a lot of times. Like, God would tell us something. God would give us a vision, whether it's a vision for your business, it's a vision for your life, it's a vision for your relationship, whatever. And what we do is we go out and we ask people that have not received the vision, whether it's friends, family, associates, whoever, and that are not in tune or not in alignment with the Spirit of God. And we seek validation from them. And I do this a lot, and I really see how detrimental it is to your overall process, your development, even in the process of trusting Spirit, because honestly what you're telling and what you're saying is, I trust them more than I trust the Spirit of God, or I trust God. Because we run around in circles and we be so excited off of this vision or off of the message that we receive, but then we get discouraged when we start talking to people and just kind of seeking validation. And we have to be very careful of this, because this is how you get confused. This is how we get stuck. This is how we get discouraged, and you have to honor what Spirit gives you. You have to honor what God gives you. You have to honor the visions that are coming. And you have to begin to work it. There are times in your life when you have to go through periods of silence, go through periods of being by yourself, going through periods of going into the wilderness. Like Jesus. Like Jesus had his disciples. Obviously, those were people that he trusted, or people that he opened himself up enough to receive help, to receive guidance. But he at times had to go off into the wilderness to really hear God, to hear his truth, to go within himself, to really ask himself, like, what is it that I want? What do I want? And we have to do that as well, especially if you're going through periods where you have to make a lot of decisions and you have to do a lot of things. You can't be afraid to be alone, and you can't be afraid to trust in what you know. Because a lot of times, even those of us that are connected, we still want to trust in what we see. We want to trust in our resources or what we feel like we can do. But what if God is calling you to something greater? I can think of so many experiences and times when God has told me something and I didn't know how I was going to do it. And I would go and I would seek validation from other people and get confused. And God would work it out anyway. God would make it happen. And I'd be like, damn, how did that happen? When in truth, all I had to do was trust God versus trust man, or trust individuals that are not even connected to anything higher, that think and speak from their experience, their current experience, versus taking a break and breathing and tuning into the Spirit of God. And this is why a lot of times for me, I try not to be opinionated or judgmental, because what I may think from my experience and what I may be going through at this moment may not be the truth for what God has for you. So I have to get out my way. And that's why a lot of times, like in sessions, I would do the Lord's Prayer. I would pray. And that's to tell my mind, my analytical, my logical mind, get out the way. Get out the way. You're not needed right now. I don't need you to think. I need you to know. I need you to feel. And I think this is so important. And we have to know what is right for us. And the only way you're going to do that is by walking the path of God, by developing that personal relationship with God, by trusting yourself. Even if things don't appear to be right or to look right, as long as you're working for your highest and your greatest good and you're making choices that are not harmful to other people, in a sense of you're not deliberately trying to harm them, because it may be some decisions that you have to make, that you have to walk away from people you love. You have to leave a relationship. You have to leave a friendship. You have to leave yourself and some of the things that you may be doing that may not be right. You have to make that choice, but you have to be clear with that choice. Don't confuse yourself by seeking validation from other people that are not connected or that choose not to be connected and listen for higher guidance.